Alright, guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can bulletproof your Reddit accounts. Minimize the chance of getting banned as often. I think this is one of the main struggles that people have with Reddit. A lot of people see good results of Reddit, then they get banned, then they get more bans, and then they start to give up. Now, before I start, I do want to say I do have a lot of other videos on Reddit where I talk about a lot more in depth about certain things. This is just sort of a video talking about things you can do to stop getting banned as much. And another thing I want to say is even when you do these things, you can't expect to have no ban rate whatsoever. Getting banned on Reddit is normal. This is something that people have to realize and start to understand and get used to, is that getting banned on Reddit is normal and it will happen. Whether it's within the first few days or whether it's within a month, it's going to happen at some point. You just have to deal with it, move on, and get more accounts. So first thing is make sure you're doing a good warm-up. Like I said, I have other videos where I talk about in depth what you should be doing in the warm-up. One thing that's new, obviously with Reddit, recent update, a few months old, is the whole CQS thing that I mentioned at the bottom. Doing that is very important now. Upvoting, downvoting, even commenting sometimes. Doing that will increase your CQS or your trust score. And yeah. Another thing when it comes to trust score, I'll talk a bit more about it at the end, but another thing is even just scrolling, not even upvoting and downvoting, just actually being online, showing Reddit that you're actually a user, that actually uses the platform, reads posts, stuff like that. It's not like you just come online to post and you go offline straight away, right? But yeah, so once you have a good warm-up, another very important thing, and this is by far the most important thing, is if you are using multiple accounts, never have anything the same. A lot of people think they can get away with having something the same, and then they forget about it, and then they get bans, and then they have no clue why. When in reality, they probably just had something that's literally the same as another account. It linked back to each other, and you get banned. So this goes for anything such as pin posts, the bio, the content without repurposing, of course, links, captions, subreddits, banner, and not rotating the proxy. Obviously, you can use the same proxy, but just make sure you actually rotate it so it's a different IP. Another thing is if you're buying the account, which obviously most people do, is making sure you have the proxy in the country it was made in. So most of the time, if you're buying from a good seller, they will tell you the account was made on a UK proxy or on a US proxy. So wherever it's made, you want to make sure you have a proxy that's the same country. Now, the next one is a get all my links link instead of an OF link. This is another thing. Even though a lot of people think just using a different tracking link can stop you from getting banned, in my opinion, especially now with how strict Reddit is, it really doesn't take much extra time to just make it get all my links for each account. I think this is the best way to go to be a bit extra safe. So yeah. Now, if you want to be even more secure and more safe, obviously, this is just a recommendation. We've tested this before. It does work well. We know some people that do it, but we don't always do it ourselves. We don't really have problems without it. But if you're really experiencing a lot of bans and you want to be even extra secure, you can direct to other platforms like Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, instead of OF straight away, right? And this can also end up getting you even better results on other platforms, because if you're directing them to IG, then obviously all those people are then going to obviously boost your profile, get you more views on your reels. If you're doing reels, then in a way it is a positive. But obviously, when it comes to actually getting a subscriber, there's a lot more links involved, a lot more clicks they have to do. So it will decrease the conversion rate, but long term it can do good as well anyway. So yeah, next one is posting less during ban waves. This is something that I've been talking about in the past few videos. I talk about a lot more in depth in the private group as well, but this is something that I really recommend to do. Whenever you see, if you're in a private group and there's a lot of people saying, oh, I'm starting to get bans right now, I'm getting a lot of my accounts banned, blah, blah. Or even if you check the statistics of a ban wave on just a random, Reddit ban wave checker, you know, if you can see there's a lot more accounts getting banned on a certain day, what you can do is literally just not post on that day, take a 24-hour break from posting, then the next day only do like 5 posts and then increase it slowly, right? This is something that we do every time we see there's a ban wave happening. This is something that we do quite often, and in my opinion, like, we barely get bans now during ban waves. Obviously, we get some accounts banned, but a very small amount compared to the amount we're on. And I think it's very important to do this, especially when there's a ban wave. You know, you're really decreasing your chances of getting banned by a lot. And like, a lot of people don't do this. I don't know why. Like, especially, you know, if you watch my videos, if you're in my private group and you're watching this, you know, I think this is quite important to do. Because most people do get only banned during ban waves, and you know, so yeah. Now, last thing is CQS/trust score. So like I said, you know, during warm up, doing like upvote, a few upvotes and a few downvotes, and like a few comments per day, can help a lot on your account. Another thing you can do, you know, even during ban waves or even after the warm up, you can still do upvotes and downvotes and like maybe 1 or 2 comments a day. Another thing I've seen people do recently is mixing the account with NSFW and SFW content, or like not content, but subreddits, even during, you know, once the account is done with the warm up. Because the way you got to look at it as well is an average account, like based on statistics, an average account, you know, for Reddit is a male, it's SFW, they just post memes or gaming content, or, you know, whatever the average Reddit male account does, right? It's completely different to what someone in this industry is trying to do. So when obviously another Reddit sees that, they're gonna think you're a bot or, you know, breaking their rules, right? So whenever you're, or like, if you were to mix, you know, posting in, let's just say, for example, meme subreddits, .sfw, if you were to start posting in places like that, mixed with your actual marketing, it's going to make your trust score higher. It's going to make you look more like a real human, or like a real, you know, Reddit user that's not using it to market themselves on the left, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have quite a lot of other Reddit videos on my channel, because Reddit is one of my main traffic sources. And of course, you know, a lot more in-depth information in my private group. If you guys want to join that, it will be in the description. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.